Hi, babes. So this is the part two or the second lesson for the random variables. The title is Constructing Probability Distribution, prepared by yours truly, says Albi. So now, let's start this one with an example. On the previous video, I have shown you the an example like this. If a coin is tossed twice, the set of all possible outcomes of the experiment is this. Possible outcome of tossing a coin twice is head head, head tail, tail head, and T T or tail tail. And we also completed this table below, the sample space and the number of tails. So the possible values of the random variable x are 0, 1, and 2. Now, in constructing a probability distribution, we are to follow the steps below. Though merong ibang teachers and mathematicians, they have their own way of doing or constructing the probability distribution, and you can of course use those. But for this video, I'll be using this kind of steps or the following steps. So here are the steps. Step 1, determine the sample space. Now, kanina, alam na natin yung sample space. The sample space is head-head, head-tail, tail-head, and tail-tail. Ayan na. And we also did the tally na. The second one, we have the sample space and ano yung number of tails niya or ilan yung number of tails niya. So, we're done with step 1 and step number 2. Now, for step number 3, you are to assign probability values P of x to each of the random variable. Now, number of tails natin kanina or the x natin is 0, 1, and 2. Now, in assigning probability values is ganito yung gagawin natin. Ilan ang number of 0 dito? Ilan ang 0 na tails? Ilan ang 0 na tails dito? There's only one, the HH. So we have 1 over the total number of possible outcomes. Ilan ba ang total possible outcomes? 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The sample spaces are, there are 4 sample spaces. So the total probability, the total number of possible outcome is 4. Therefore, the probability of 0, na 0 yung outcome mo, is 1/4. Technically, that is equal to 25%. Next, probability of 1. Now, ang gagawin natin, count ilang 1 ba ang nandito sa slide. Ilan bang 1 dyan? We have number of tails na 1 is dalawa, the HT and the TH. So there are two possible, two dalawa na isa lang ang tails. So that is 2 over the total number of possible outcome na 4. So you have 2 over 4, or that is equal to 50% or 1/2. Lastly, ilan ang dalawang number of tails? There's only 1. And now, we have 1/4 that is equal to 25% as the probability for 2. Now, adding them up or summing them up, we have 1/4 plus 1/2 plus 1/4. The answer is 4 over 4 or 1. Now, kindly remember this one. Whenever you assign probability values, the total probability value should be equal to 1. Not more than 1, not less than 1, but equal to 1. Otherwise, your probability distribution is not a probability distribution. All right. So I hope you remember that one. Now, Um, so this is the probability distribution now. You only have 3 steps in making this one. Now, let us have the discrete probability distribution. A discrete probability distribution is a table showing all the possible values of a discrete random variable together with the corresponding probabilities. This is, eto yun. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, the discrete probability distribution. Now, the properties of a probability distribution. Each probability has value range from 0 through 1, and the sum of the probabilities is equal to 1. Not more than 1, not less than 1, but just 1. All right? Now, in addition to probability distribution, we also have probability histogram. What is a probability histogram? A probability histogram is a graphical representation of the probability distribution of a random variable. According to Walpole, it represents the possible value of the random variable along with its probability using bars or rectangles. Now, yung example natin, this example natin, we have collected the number of tails at saka yung probability of each tail, each random variable. Now, let's make a probability distribution based on this one. So, ang gagawin natin is ganito. Gagawin natin is ganito. Your probability distribution or the histogram will look like this. Ayan. You have here 0, 1, sorry for the errors, and then 2. This one must be 2. The probability of 0 is 25%. Andyan. The probability of 1 is 50% or 0.50, and the probability of 2 is also 25%. So, ayan. This is now the probability histogram for our given probability distribution. So, thank you so much. That's it for the second lesson, constructing probability distribution. Thank you. See you then in the next video.